and all in here, yo.
Alright. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello everyone, Cartographer's Guild here. I'm Josh.
I'm Drea. I'm Leah.
I'm Brad.
And welcome to part 4 of our Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Let's Play. Oh
Brad's
yeah, we were playing this game, huh?
All right.
Brad's like, finally! My sister came to visit and we had to play Zelda because my sister is the biggest Zelda fan that ever existed, and then we thought, well, we might as well finish it, and the whole time Brad's like chomping at the bit like, this totally sucks, why are we not playing Kingdom Hearts? But he was very kind and didn't actually say that out loud, but we saw it in the furrowing of his brow.
Yep.
And the rage behind his eyes.
I'm going to be very rude and eat a sandwich.
And I mentioned that I have the Keyblade necklace before, but I have multiple pendants. Currently, I am wearing Oathkeeper and Oblivion, which you always wear in a pair, because that's how they work.
Alright, so where were we?
We just finished
tell us what's
Stitch's
up.
World.
Stitch's World, okay.
Remember, we went to... we got split up from our friends, and then we met them again at Radiant Garden, fought a boss. And then Aqua's like, Terra, you're doing bad things, stop it. And Terra's like, nah, I'm not, bye. And Ventus is like, I want to be just like him when I grow up.
And Aqua's like, no, you don't. And he's like, yeah, I do.
No, really.
Shut up, Aqua.
Shut up.
You're an awful person, Aqua.
Terra's the coolest. The very, very last thing we did, that was the last actual important story that we did. The last thing we actually did was go and meet Stitch, who for some reason had a star pendant like we have that denotes friendship. And like we didn't understand him, and then he proved that he was our friend, and so we were friends. Right.
What did you say that got Drea chuckling?
Oh, after his whole thing, I was just going, Sugoi.
So amazing.
Oni-chan's so cool.
What did I did that to you last night. What was that? What were we doing or watching?
Was
at the time?
that
Oh,
during
it was-
Skyball?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Pay attention. Oh, it's Tinkerbell.
Mm-hmm.
Piss off, bitch.
She is kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to Tinkerbell.
Also, apparently, it's not Tinkerbell.
The gold was
the gold one
Tinkerbell.
was.
Oh, okay.
She saw that other thing and went, that's weird.
And evidently Tinkerbell has pink panties?
What?
Yeah.
What?
It was a second ago.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah. Because her skirt's too short.
Okay, whatever.
I always thought that it was drawn, so it didn't show anything. Like the hem was always perfect, I think. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Is that a problem we need to solve?
Yeah. Luca, stop it.
Luca, no.
Oh, it's Mickey. The king.
She's not gonna know. Hi, Stalker.
Oh, Stalker's compelling the king into the dark portal, or he just came out of the dark portal?
Come in. We can also just close the door, honey.
Yeah, we're gonna have to because she thinks I'm playing now.
Yep.
Who are you?
Name's Ventus, but everybody just calls me Van.
Or not Roxas.
Yeah, that's his name.
Who are all these damn furries?
Apparently, we landed roughly.
Must be falling asleep.
Don't know when that happened.
Where'd you come from?
This guy.
Well, you see.
All right, we're going.
So long, man. Hey, where are you guys off to? He saw a shooting star, and we're gonna go hunt it down. Shooting star? Mind if I come along?
Of course not. But you gotta agree to follow us.
Yeah. Right over. That way, by the Indian camp.
Ready, men? Forward, march.
I guess they would still have to call it the Indian camp because that's what they called it in the movie. Huh.
In the book.
Well, they could easily not follow the book. It's Disney.
Yeah,
But
that's fair.
the
But
movie...
the Disney movie said that.
Yeah.
Huh.
You can't mess with the movie.
What are
Also-
those?
You may notice we have some rather powerful abilities that we didn't have last time we did this. We had some spare time to grind, so yeah, we have Mega Flare. I think we might have more than one Mega Flare, actually.
Mega Flare destroys everything.
It's quite
As
good.
the name denotes.
Oh, look. A sticker.
Yep. Let's try it out.
And everything died.
Not actually.
No?
Oh,
Yeah,
there
they
we
died.
go.
Just give him a second.
I think they were set on fire, actually.
So, I had a couple of topics we can actually discuss.
Ooh, discussion.
One, evidently Brad and I are the only ones who have seen this, but have you seen any of the gameplay of Monster Hunter World?
Have not.
It's looking pretty sweet.
Is it?
It's
Oh, I hope they
really
don't screw
sweet.
it up.
Well, it's also for PC, so we don't have to buy a new freaking system.
Yay!
And that also means it'll look the best.
That's pretty exciting. When's it gonna release?
We're probably not going to see a PC release until mid next year, I think. They don't actually have a date for the PC release.
Yeah, it's coming to consoles first, but it will come. It is coming to PC eventually.
Ooh, we got a Mega Elixir.
But a couple of changes that I'm
Whoa,
not sure.
Mimic!
I'm not sure are going to be permanent. I watched some 4-player co-op action going on, and one person had a greatsword and another person had a hammer, and I didn't see any flying bodies. And they were not being considerate when they were swinging stuff around.
No more friendly fire?
I know, that's kind of what Brad said too. I'm kind of surprised
I know,
they'd remove that.
Leah's tone does not sound as offended as Brad's.
I just, like...
Leah wasn't the hammer user.
No.
No. Well, I mean, I should be the most offended, y'all. I was the one that tended to get knocked out of the fight all the time because you guys were wielding your great big stuff.
Excuse me, I bowed.
That's true. You did do that. I never knocked you around. Okay, not never.
Oh, ham's on. Hi, Ham.
You totally can knock somebody around with a sword and board, but it's not exactly as effective at it as the hammer was.
No, with the sword and board, all you did was knock people on their duff.
Yeah. No, but like if you got hit with a great
I was-
sword, especially by the upswing, you went flying.
I was dual sword. I didn't knock anyone anywhere.
No, you did. You could knock people on their
You
duffs.
still knock people on their butts.
It never seemed to happen.
Oh no, yeah, it did.
But a couple of other things. And again, this is all like whatever beta or whatever they're in right
It's
now.
early footage, yeah.
Oh. Aw, thanks, Ham. So I asked Ham if he was excited for Monster Hunter World because he had mentioned it, and he said only because we're excited. But that's enough. We love Ham.
Yep.
So, are you trying to glitch a wall?
No, I'm just seeing if there's anything up there.
Oh, no. So, a couple of other changes, and again, this was like whatever beta gameplay or whatever they're showing right now, so who knows what changed from then. Whetstones are infinite.
Which they effectively were anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
but
infinite.
I
Never
like
to do
not
it.
having to harvest the shit
Yeah.
and what have you. That was just dumb anyways.
I like that one.
Yeah. You no longer have the drink and pose with potions, but it's still a challenge.
Yeah, I was about to say you mentioned that, but that's weird.
Yeah, well, they changed it slightly. What happens is you can still move while doing it, but not at full speed. You're at a walking pace, and you still, like, gulp, gulp, gulp. But you don't do the stupid pose afterwards, but you're still significantly slowed down.
Well, that's a little sad because like one of the advantages of sword and board was that you could just pop a potion.
You might still be able
You
to
still,
do that.
yeah, you still can. The thing is, like, other weapons are still going to have to put their weapons away to do it. They just aren't going to stop dead in their tracks.
Although, so here's my question. Did sword and board get replaced with the charge axe?
No.
Okay, so
Oh, they're not going to take away my sword.
No,
and
they
board.
have
okay.
not.
Now, the reason I brought this up was because the charge axe had two modes, and one of it was sword and board.
Yeah. You're
Was the sword-
effectively wearing the big axe head on your arm like a shield.
Oh,
Yeah.
how
And
interesting.
then when you had it charged up, you slipped the sword into it, and it became a giant axe.
Okay, that sounds pretty darn cool.
The new weapons that they added, that and the bug staff, whatever they call it.
Bug
Isn't it
staff.
the insect glaive?
That's it.
What?
Yeah, the insect glaive is also super cool.
Thank you, dear.
But yeah, if they keep it like in Generations, they actually added functionality to the sword and board. They gave them special oils that they could apply, which were an item that you always, I think you just get a set of them every mission. Like you don't have to craft them or anything. And they do things like increase your elemental damage or critical chance or stuff and stuff like that.
Plod, plod.
Peter Pan!
Who do we have here? Never seen you before. I'm Ventus. Call me Vin.
Ben is going to be surprised that Peter can fly, despite the fact that we've been doing that for 3 worlds now.
Attention.
Well, we don't really fly. We just kind of move in one direction without falling.
Are you a treasure? Well, guess who caught sight of Hook right when he was stashing his treasure? What do you say we sneak in and grab it? Oh, boy!
Let's go! Ow! Oh!
Tinkerbell, what's gotten into you? We were all supposed to go hunt for a shooting star together. Forget that. Pirate treasure is way more fun. Tink, you're coming with us.
Peter Pan still got a jerk.
Well, that's no way to respond to an invitation. Come on, Ben. You're a better
It wasn't
sport than
an
her,
invitation,
right?
it was an order.
I'd love to join you, but first I want to find the shooting star.
Oh, see you later. Punk ass. Played by a girl in skinny tights.
This isn't the stage version.
Like any live action version. It didn't have to be a stage version. Except for, well,
I think. Well, no. There were multiple live action versions where they did it.
oh, okay. I've just never seen her. And that's fine.
Does Hook count?
No. That wasn't a grown-up version of Peter Pan.
But there are flashbacks, which are played by a guy. Also,
That's not live action, though. Oh,
What
wait,
is-
yes it is. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was...
Yes.
Never mind. I was thinking something else. Ignore me. What?
and that Peter Pan movie that came out a few years ago. It was called Neverland, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the one that supposedly wasn't very good?
Yeah. I mean,
Was
I
it-
never saw it.
Okay, but there was one even more recently. Was it last December? The December before that? Where it had, was it
Yay!
10? No. It was Christopher Walken playing Hook.
Everything. So,
Wasn't that?
And,
I'm gonna have to look that up. It was like one of the major television stations does like a TV movie every year. During the winter.
No, I remember.
But of stage productions.
Right. They did Sound of Music, and apparently it was
Was
a
it?
big flop.
Okay, I just be Captain Hook the character. That's here.
Tell me when we get back to Monster Hunter discussion.
You can do it now. I'm not that invested in this.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out what I was combining with these with. It's
Oh.
been a little while.
That's okay.
I had plans.
Okay, so let me see. Everybody else also has, I don't know, they've got a fancy name for it, but essentially a slingshot. It's just, you automatically have it, and what it is you pick up like nuts and various different things that can be used to stun or distract or do other things like
Oh, I
that.
love all this utility.
Instead of like paintballs,
Yeah, some more stuff for me to collect.
Yay!
oh, collection is also way faster.
Oh, thank God.
Like when you see an herb, you press a button and your character just kind of swipes their hand at it, and you just keep walking. They still have the carving animation. That's pretty much the same. But yeah, collecting herbs and stuff like that from around. Mining is still the same. You still mine, although you mine faster. Like, you start with like 3 hits, and then as long as you keep hitting it, each hit after that collects something.
Nice.
What else was there? Oh yeah, so to find the creatures, what you do is you have these things called guide flies, I think is what they were called, and they're like green glowy things or what have you, and what you do is you find like footprints or rubbings against trees and stuff like that, and the more things you find, the better focused the guide flies can be until they finally like lock onto the monster, and then they give you a glowing path to follow to find the monster.
So cool. I like a lot of these changes. I'm not sure how I feel about the lack of friendly fire one, though. Because, I mean, on one hand, it could be pretty annoying, but on the other hand, it was kind of part of the game.
Well, it was. It forced you to coordinate with
Yeah,
each other.
it forced you to pay attention to where everybody was and what they were doing. It wasn't just mindly running in and doing as many combos as you could before the Rathalos took off. So,
Right.
I mean, if they're really taking that out, I think I'm going to miss it.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they've got some other things. One thing that has unnecessarily enraged people is HP numbers now pop up.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
As you're hitting the monster, numbers will pop up to tell you how much damage you're doing.
Who cares? I mean, alright, it's not particularly realistic. Is that why they're mad?
I don't know. I think it's because it was supposed to be part of the challenge, and they feel like this is...
because the hero pose was particularly.
Yeah, I
realistic.
don't know. I don't understand it either. Also, they've even stated in the options you can turn it off. So it's like, whatever.
So it's like, chill out.
It's the internet. They have to be angry about something.
Truth. Just have nothing we can combine. That's weird.
One interesting thing is every class can now do this now. Since they've added verticality, like there's no, like the levels aren't flat. There's no loading between zones. It's just one big wide open area,
Nice.
and it's a lot more like leveling and stuff like that. So like in one particular area, there'll just be like rocks that you can climb on top of and all sorts of other
But
things.
that takes forever, though.
It doesn't. You can actually like do a jump climb if you have enough stamina. So you can actually get up it pretty quickly. And so any class or any weapon wielding you're doing or whatever, one of the things that they can do is you can jump onto the back of the monster and like Dragon's Dogma style hang on and just start stabbing the thing.
What's the emphasis on swimming like?
From what I understand, there's not going to be any underwater levels.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
you
lot of
can
people were happy.
swim, but you don't have to.
Okay, so
Or
let's hear.
you'd never fight in the water.
Okay, so Ham says I bet the lack of friendly fire is related to online play. That's a big part, right? And you know how online play treats friendly fire. Well, so, interesting thing, Monster Hunter is essentially, if you want to multiplay at all, it is online. There is no like couch co-op or anything like that.
Yeah, it's always been that way.
And what we mean, and by friendly fire, you don't actually do damage to your teammates. It's never been that kind of friendly fire. It's just been like, if the dude with the hammer does a huge like upswing and you're in the way, it'll throw you. It won't do any damage to you, but it knocks you out of the way. And it's been part of Monster Hunter since the beginning of the series.
And I mean, while it's annoying, and I mean, this happened to me a lot because I play Sword and Board,
Shield, yep.
which means, my job is to dart in, to get a few hits, dart out, like, I'm more utility, and so I was always jumping ahead of one of these guys by accident and getting launched out of the way. So, I mean, it's annoying because, you gotta, it's kind of slow to get back up and get back in, it throws off your rhythm, but, it required you to have
you
some...
were doing bowgun, you were doing lance. So you were just as bad at...
Right, but all
Charge
my
and
stuff
throw.
would have been...
Oh, the charge!
That's true. I have mowed down my teammates multiple times when doing... Because you can do... When you have the lance, which is a lance and a shield, you can do a full-on running charge and just plow through everything.
Which is great, because it tends to knock the monster off of its feet, too.
Yeah, but it also bowls over any of your teammates.
And I mean, ass over tea kettle. Like, you're just... So, I mean, yeah, is that annoying? Yeah, but it also makes you coordinate. It makes you communicate with your teammates. Like, for example, at the start of a battle, it was best if Dre and I got in there first, because our weapons had status effects on them. And if we could get one in... Oh, hold on.
Mine is an evil laugh.
Oh, and a pixie. Must be my birthday.
Let Tinkerbell go.
Tinkerbell, you're the worst.
Peter Pan's brat. Well, tell that cowardly sparrow if he wants his precious Tinkerbell back, he'd best meet me at Mermaid Lagoon.
Stop.
Hard to take you seriously with a big green splat on the end of your keyblade, dude. Just throwing that one out there. Anyway, it made more sense at the beginning of a battle for me and Dre to jump in, get hits on it until the status effect took, and then for us to get out of the way so the boys could come in and do some heavy damage while it was stunned, because you would do like 1.5 times damage while it was stunned or whatever, poisoned or whatever the status effect was best. So like, it kept you talking to each other like, okay, I'm gonna go in and do this and that and the other thing. So I'm going to kind of miss that. It's going to become more button mashy.
And the other thing, too, is that it also kind of required you to vary up your weapons.
Yeah.
Because if you had, a full party of greatsword users...
Oh, yeah, nobody would ever be able to stay in the fight.
Yeah,
You'd be
you'd just
launching
be
each other all the time.
Exactly. And so it makes you vary up your equipment, so that way you are attacking different sides of the creature, you're using different...
Well, and there are different advantages. Like, the hammer was really great for breaking, like, the hard stuff on the head and stuff. But it couldn't do slashing damage, so you needed to have a sword at the tail. But, the little swords that Dre and I tended to favor couldn't always reach the tail if it was a tall monster, so you needed a hammer and a great sword, and, it was good to have some variety. One of the things I've always loved about Monster Hunter was, like, all the strategy and all the tools you have in your belt to accomplish the thing, and how it really wasn't ever for me worth playing the game alone.
Right.
Like,
These range guys suck.
It was way more fun with other people. So I don't know how I feel about the friendly fire thing. I guess we'll have to see what's up with that.
Yeah, because, we can guarantee you the Cartographers Guild is going to be playing that game.
Oh yeah, we are so totally playing it. It's not even a question.
Wait.
Well, most of us will. I'm sure Drea will too.
So just right about it.
I won't even gripe about it.
But yeah, it's and graphically, it's such a huge leap
Oh,
over
I'm
everything
excited.
we've done previously. And I think the main thing is that they've finally gotten past being sucked in by Nintendo. Because they've been on the the portable system. Maybe.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not Nintendo. It's the fact that Nintendo is making the only viable portable control console.
Yeah, and so
Ooh, can we open a window? Chloe?
I think it is open.
Well, we can try opening the door again now that
Hold on, cutscene.
it's been a little while. We're going to need to push that way.
Aww.
It's so sunny and shiny. My voice is so ruined.
You'll get it back.
Singing in the car today, and I can hear it.
Something magical is happening here.
You ever wonder what stars are? Where light comes from?
There's giant hydrogen bombs in the sky. Oh, not Roxas. You're so
No,
stupid.
this is Kingdom Hearts. The light is from the emotions that planets feel, or whatever.
Science has no place here.
Sort of does.
Peter, help! Tinkerbell's been pixie now.
And I'm too late. Who's gonna pay for this?
He said to meet him at Mermaid Lagoon.
Gotta be an ambush. That old codfish thinks he's clever.
Hey, I'm going too.
Well, we have to hurry. Can you keep up?
You bet.
Actually, yeah, I can play it.
Well, we could.
Ish.
Can't seem to anymore.
So you say we have fancy Kit Kats, you say?
Yep.
What is this?
Yep.
Cookies and cream.
Yep.
Ooh.
The other one is strawberry sundae.
Ooh.
Because near as I can tell in my brief introductions to Japanese food, they are all about multiple flavor options.
Especially with Kit Kats.
Oh yeah, Kit Kats. Whoa.
That's what we should have Shadow Frog get us.
Ooh, I want the orange ones. They do like a... I can't remember what it's called, but I've seen a video about like these ones that taste like creamsicles. Totally want.
I've seen those before.
Those are good.
So there we go. Send us Kit Kats if you're in Japan.
Some other interesting things that they have, at least for the demo that they were showing, is you can take missions out in the field. Like they have a guild girl out near your campsite. And also, you can access your equipment from the campsite. So if you
that's
need
nice.
to, you can change up your armor and weapons and stuff like that.
That's another great thing about Monster Hunter. Like, normally, you only gather everything that you see if you're an idiot like me who loves to gather things and likes to watch the numbers go up. But like in Monster Hunter, it's actually legitimately useful to do that.
Yeah,
it's
but you
useful
also
to have multiple suits of armor. It's useful to have, all kinds of traps and stuff. Like, everything is useful, which I really like.
but in the same breath, you also have to be careful of what you carry because your inventory is limited.
Right.
It's not
Yay,
enough to
Lucky
have the
Strike.
best loot. It's not enough to have the best loot. You have to have various versions of the best
Well,
loot.
you have to have the best loot for the monster. Like, some monsters are what?
Ham says, Leah, I share this problem. Maybe Monster Hunter is for me.
Mwah.
You should join us.
Usually, the more the merrier.
But,
Well, I mean, up to 4 at a time, because that's apparently the allowed multiplayer limit.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
We can trade out.
But, like, some monsters are more susceptible to poison than other monsters, so you should have a poison weapon in your arsenal, or somebody on your team should. Some monsters, you can cut their tails off, so you need to bring a greatsword guy. Some of them you can't. Some of them like to charge you, so you want a hammer guy to hit him in the face to stun him. Like, variety is good. Can I have a strawberry one, please? I can't reach it.
Ew.
He's got the Nickelodeon Splat Keyblade.
Boop. There we go. Oof.
Why is the ship pink?
It's made out of rosewood. No, that was a cannonball.
Where's it coming from? Underwater! Over there!
Where else would it be coming from?
Pirate ship.
Fairness, it was kind of obscure. The fact that they're making those shots from that distance, though, is pretty impressive.
Yep.
Oh, Tink escaped?
Tink, it's you. And you're all right.
I got bored, so I saved myself.
What?
Name that movie.
With a funny-looking sword has Hold on. I gotta stop that cannon.
I'm so angry!
Okay, I'll go after Hook.
Did you catch that? A strange man with a funny-looking sword.
Yep.
Oh.
Now you can fly.
What?
It's pixie dust. You bet you feel lighter now, don't you?
Oh, and they added new animations for stuff, which is nice. Because at one point, the little gameplay that I saw was Ham says this is the Rogue One of Kingdom Hearts. All the skilled marksmen pirates perish before Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah.
And not right.
Although, have you seen the theory or whatever it was concerning the stormtrooper marksmanship?
Oh.
And the fact that in A New Hope they were missing on purpose.
Oh no! I heard
What?
about this.
Yeah, no, they were missing on purpose because Vader had ordered them to get them in just the right position to be captured or something like that, as opposed to being killed.
Okay.
It was something along those lines. I don't remember the exact reasoning behind the theory, but it was something that they were under order to not hit.
Well, I don't know since the new movies that come out if this is still true, but I know that at least when it was just the original trilogy of movies, Princess Leia was the best shot. Like, her percentage to actually hit out of amount of shots fired was the best of anybody else's.
By what game stats were we following this on?
I don't know, man. I just read it somewhere and thought it was amazing.
Based on how many times you see her shoot and how many times somebody goes
yes.
down.
Han Solo misses a lot.
Yes.
But at one point...
That's a cute theory and all, but if that were true, a good filmmaker would have mentioned that at some point.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's so many fan theories that just take things because they noticed something small and took it for granted.
Well, fans like to think. And, of course they're evolving, because originally the stormtroopers, in A New Hope, had different voices. They were different. And then after the newer trilogy came out, the first three, they made all of they were clones, right?
The prequels ruined everything.
So there was actually a dub of the
what are you talking about? There's only 3 films.
of the
No,
original
There's the new one.
of
now.
the
There's
original
4 and then
trilogy
5 if you include Rogue.
where it's all Jango Fett's voice,
Yeah.
which frustrated the hell out of me. Just leave them alone. Just give us a couple of nice CG shots, and otherwise just stop touching it. Stop touching it. Just
Why must you touch everything?
leave it alone.
Still don't know what you guys are talking about.
And there are only 3 Indiana Jones movies, right?
And there's only
Yeah.
one Matrix film.
Was the second one that bad?
Yes.
I never saw the second one.
It was pretty bad.
Was it pretty bad? I hear the third one was nigh into unwatchable.
Yeah, basically.
What third one?
Right, sorry.
Yeah, there's
my
only one.
mistake.
There wasn't a second. I don't know what you're talking about.
How could there be a third if there wasn't a second?
Oh, but what I was saying was, at one point the player I was watching used demon powder, and like the character took out this thing and actually like threw powder over themselves.
Sorry.
I was like, oh, that's cool.
Is this for Monster Hunter?
Yeah,
What does it do?
demon powder. It's the stuff that increases your attack strength.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you know, those stat up things that we just never use. 'cause
I use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I used them, and I also when we horns,
Oh, horns, yeah.
bringing in the horns.
Oh, dang it.
Because, like, you know, I've played more than my fair share of Final Fantasies, and, like, I would stockpile this great big pile of Mega Ethers and stuff, and then never
Save
use
them for the
them.
boss. Save them for the boss.
Never use them.
Don't use them on the boss.
But in Monster Hunter, like, you use them. Like, you make... So the horns that we're talking about, you can blow them and everybody in a radius gets a temporary bonus. But you're probably going to break it. Like, there's a chance every time you use it that you break it. And normally, I would never make an item like that. Like, oh, I've got to carry stuff around, and oh, I've got to make it, and then it's going to break, and then I got to do it again. And no, in Monster Hunter, like, you really want those extra buffs. You really want...
Well,
You really want to use traps. You
And
really want to be strategic.
and on top of that, it's not a huge hassle to remake those things. Because a lot of the time, you collect all the materials necessary just while you're going about doing stuff. So, which was kind of nice. I mean, while Monster Hunter is pretty much all grind,
And how?
it's a lot of it is also self-inflicted grind. Like, they don't make you grind to just proceed through the levels.
No, but if you want the halfway decent armor to not get your shit kicked in by the Rathalos, then yeah, you're gonna grind out.
Well, sure, but I mean, but when
And then if you want to upgrade it, you're going to grind it some more.
oh god, do you remember how many plate runs we did in the first Monster Hunter?
Hell yeah, I do.
I still never got one.
Poor man.
That's like 800 hours. No,
You put a lot of... I put at least 300, so
I
you
think
must
it's
have at
800
least
hours in
doubled
that
that.
game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Josh has terrible... RNG does not like him.
Oh, RNG hates me in every game I play. He hate you.
Sometimes.
Someone made a picture of RNG Jesus. It was hilarious.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I think we have to find out.
Anything
What?
else about
That-
Monster Hunter we should know about?
From what I've seen, no, that's about it at this point.
That sounds pretty great. I'm pretty excited about that.
I'm actually just based on the brief amount of
Is that it?
whatever we've seen. Yes.
Okay.
I have some.
The brief amount you have seen.
Based on the very brief amount I have seen, I'm actually a little disappointed that it doesn't have the more stylized art style that the older ones do.
So it looks too realistic? Like, what's the problem?
Yeah, the graphics
Yeah.
are much more towards the realistic flavor.
Yeah, which makes
So it's not as
giant
cartoony.
ass weapons less.
Is that it?
No.
Okay.
It makes it
Although
look more
somebody cosplayed
ridiculous.
as that.
That's hilarious.
Uh,
But I mean that's kind of the thing is that the more stylized aesthetic makes it easier to buy things like the Switch Axe. That's what it's called, right? And stuff like that. Where you're like, yeah, okay, sure.
It does feel a little stupid to come in with Cloud's Buster Sword. All realistic.
yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you just accept it because it's Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter has always been about ridiculously oversized weapons.
That's true. I mean, they have done an awful lot to establish that in the course of the genre, I
I get
suppose.
that. I'm just saying, I have preferences.
And I mean, honestly,
I can see that.
I think the only other route they could have gone, which would have been like the like cell shaded, anime stuff that they've been doing a lot more recently, which I don't
That-
see Capcom doing.
No. Oh, Capcom.
We're gonna have to give money to Capcom.
I
I
know.
do hate giving money to Capcom. Oh well, Monster Hunter has a hold on us.
Capcom will never sponsor us.
No.
Do you really hate him? I want him to get into a helicopter made by Capcom. What?
Amen.
Alas, and so passeth the worthy of
Why would we bother to meet him here? Tink got away.
his would be such an inglorious end.
Because he's Hook, we have to fight him. Also, he still has the Star Shard.
Yeah, but Peter doesn't care about that.
Yeah. Well, originally Peter was going after his treasure, so...
Did I miss something?
He thinks he killed him.
I wouldn't be so sure of that, Hook.
Look at my eyes. No, don't tell me.
Swoggle me eyes? What?
Yeah. He was happy because the cannon fire had stopped, which he thought meant that Peter was dead.
Wow.
It was quite
Hook's got a
leap,
bird,
huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice practice rapier you have there.
No, not again. Stay away from me.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's kind of a dick move. He was running. Let him go.
No, we have to beat him up.
Yeah.
Then, come on.
We have to have a boss fight, come on.
With TikTok in the water.
Yeah, we can knock Hook into the water and he'll take extra damage from it.
Aww.
Which,
That's-
of course, we're going to do.
That's just not
Ideally,
right.
yes.
It's just not right. Like, I don't really like Ben. Like, he's kind of a little ass. Sorry. He jumps down Aqua's throat for almost no reason. He doesn't want to listen to any reason. He takes advantage of a terrified opponent. Like,
I don't know. I mean,
he was running. He could totally have just let him go.
Okay. I think we can also take damage from the croc too.
Ham says Hook cannot lose to anything except Crocodile, apparently. Nah. Speaking of,
There you go.
so speaking of TikTok,
Huh.
does Clara like the little TikTok crocodile, or is she like immune to stuffed animals?
No, she likes stuffed animals.
Okay.
immune.
There was a long phase where she didn't care yet. Baby Gamer was just kind of like, oh, that's a thing. But recently she's started to care.
Okay.
I'll just start putting that one in front of her more. Right now her favorite is...
Oh, good, Brad, your deck capacity increased.
Hooray!
What is that again?
she's
That
got
means
a
we can
puppy.
have more commands on the left.
Oh, okay.
We
I
have
thought
all-
it was referring to the board game.
You know the do you remember Corwin's Velveteen Frog?
Now that you mention it,
He, a very good friend of ours sent both of my kids large stuffed velveteen frogs when they were babies. And my son, in particular, adored them and stole my daughter's
Look, it's Jesus.
when that showed up.
Not very good at it.
the pirate treasure.
Pirate's treasure chest.
Glad you guys were paying attention to what was important.
Treasure.
Yep, the same chest I told you about. We snatched it right from Hook's hiding.
While you were actually fighting
His,
him.
his hiding place, aka his ship, because that's where they were.
Sorry, but we lost all the treasure.
What?
Oh well.
You didn't tell that until we landed?
Who needs it? It was probably just full of dumb old jewels or doubloons or something
Well,
anyway.
then wait.
We could just put what we treasure in there instead. If you wanna.
Yeah, that's perfect. Instead of filling it up with jewels and gold and stuff, we'll put in what's truly special to us. The real riches.
Toys.
Toys.
Yeah.
And weapons.
What are you
With their toy weapons.
Well, they're kids. It's the best they got. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't think anybody said there was a blacksmith on this island. So.
What is it?
It's just something that one of my best friends gave me.
You're actually gonna put it in there?
You sure you want to part with something special?
Yep. I don't need it if I've got Terra and Aqua. Our best memories are still ahead.
All right, then. Next time you visit, we'll have an even bigger chest waiting.
That was sweet.
Enough for all those treasures and lots more.
Okay, it's a deal.
That sword doesn't fit in that chest.
Yeah.
And magically
It does
shrunk.
now.
I
Also,
mean,
Ham
it's still
says-
kind of clipping to the top.
Ham says, "We will bury our friendship."
You think maybe I can hang on to it?
But it's not made out of wood. It doesn't belong there.
Tink,
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know if you saw her wings, but that was Tink Talk for go fuck yourself.
Yep, pretty much.
Whoops. Bye.
And this is why the Star Shard belongs in the cage.
don't worry, men. No matter where that light takes him, Ben will always have friends waiting to meet him.
There's something about Pan's face that just disturbs the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Alright, so what was that about,
Ham goes, "Unauthorized user detected. Protect the shard, Zap."
Was that about what?
forgot about the D-Links.
Oh.
The Capcom helicopter?
How could you?
Oh, so I'm watching this silly anime series called Gamers, and
It's ridiculous.
it's ridiculous, and you know it's one of those high school romantic comedy type things that's going on. But of course, all the characters are gamers, and these two people who should absolutely totally be dating because they're so similar hate each other over the stupidest reasons. And I can't remember. It
Sounds
was,
like TV, yeah?
yeah, no, it was something like they were talking about some video game, and like the girl liked the music the best, while the guy liked the storyline the
Oh, wait,
best.
wait.
Oh.
The king must be pretty far away by now.
Still find it funny how he has an armored boot on his head.
He meets... They don't... No way! Foul! Foul!
Doesn't look like him.
You're gonna have to explain this to me later.
Huh? Look, that fella's got the star shard the king borrowed.
King? Oh, you must be talking about Mickey. I saw him.
Yep.
Hey, take it easy.
For all you know, Roxas kidnapped him. Well, not Roxas.
Not Roxas kidnapping.
Shouldn't they recognize Roxas later if they meet Ventus now?
When did they meet Roxas?
Do they never actually lay eyes on him? Do they really never actually lay eyes on him? They see a picture of him. Is he in the picture?
Is he?
I don't know. This feels pretty fishy to me.
Your brain's playing tricks on you.
Well, like, there's like this picture in Kingdom Hearts 2 where it's like he's in it and then he's not in it, and like, alright, I'll let that one slide, because there's a chance that they never actually lay eyes on Roxas.
I don't think they do, because it's a thing. Because it's one of those.
I think she's right in that there is a picture that they see that has Roxas in it. Because it's of him from the intro with his friends, Pence, Colette, and Hayner.
Yeah.
Wow, you are a fan that you remember their names.
He shouts them like dozens of
He does,
times.
that's true. He does
in
say
the
it a lot.
intro. Like, I can only remember all three of them together.
Coconut! Paprika!
How do you remember their names? Because they say them a million times in each
We
episode.
just got a clue as to where the king might be.
We do? Because he's going to say he doesn't know.
Atticus has told me much about you. If I am not mistaken, you were ordered to return home.
Is Jedi Master Spock?
Sir,
Sadly, not appearing in this game.
Mickey has difficulty following directions too. Where is this clue to Mickey's whereabouts?
This feller Benquist, ventilate, veggie,
sure. That's what I usually go by.
Please explain.
I ran into Mickey, but got sent flying into the light. I don't know where he went. He wasn't in the same world as the one where I found them.
As I thought, Ricky has been hurling himself from one world to the next. That explains why I could not discern his location.
You didn't scry at the right time, bro.
Yes, I can.
Ooh, I'm spooky.
I feel like you should have thrown it over a cauldron or something.
He doesn't even have a crystal ball. Nothing.
It's dry ice.
I mean, you know, he's supposed to kick ass and stuff. I just feel
It's just dry ice and a projector.
He needs help.
he's in the Pride Labs.
Dark and powerful forces.
Was that
We-
the Pride Labs?
No, we were there before. That's we fought Stalker there.
Oh, that place.
So you two, let me be.
But I'm the captain of the King's Royal Navy.
Hey, that looks kind of awesome.
And you're both incompetent.
You're both still level 1.
I'll find him.
Kingdom Hearts. The first Kingdom Hearts
Oh,
hasn't
right.
happened yet.
So, Stalker. We're referencing Warframe there when we call him that, right?
Because
Yeah.
he looks just like Stalker from
Can't risk putting
Warframe.
his friends in danger.
Same red and black armored bodysuit.
Swear I'll bring him back safe.
Although,
Very well.
to be fair, this came out before Warframe did.
To you.
Did it? Not so sure about that.
Birth by Sleep, didn't it?
It's pretty old. The original came out a long time ago.
Oh, and Ham says Merlin was far more congenial than this bloke.
Yen Sid is creepy, man.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, in the old Sorcerer's Apprentice
Yeah,
cartoon, he's creepy.
there too, yeah.
And the player's like, oh yeah, we get Goofy and Donald. Oh, no.
We don't get party members in this
Oh
game.
no, we don't get Goofy.
The PSP could not handle it.
Oh yeah, we get Goofy and Donald. Oh no, we get Goofy and Donald.
Is that it?
Welcome to the Badlands. Oh, that reminds me. The other topic that I wanted to talk about is...
Will happen right after this cutscene.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Is the topic endless cutscenes? Because that's when the zone we're in. Endless cutscenes.
Mickey!
Alright, I'll switch off.
Uh-oh.
I'm stupid.
Bring it again, boy.
Big wide open plain, and somehow I didn't see you before.
See?
I mean,
Oh,
Is that
everyone in this
Nosferatu?
everyone in this world can teleport. So
Master.
yeah, it was there.
Xehanort.
yeah, it's there.
Ah, yes. So you're starting to realize what you lost. Oh, but not for good. You had to lose in order to find.
Yeah, he's not
Now
creepy
it
at
can all
all.
be yours again if you only reach out and take it. Reclaim the part that left you.
It's Leonard Nimoy, isn't it?
Clash with him. Your light against pure darkness to forge the ultimate key. The all-powerful Keyblade.
Wait, I'm confused.
That's a new concept that they're introducing in this game. It's super dumb.
Don't they already have Keyblades?
You saw the symbol?
Yeah.
That's the Greek letter Ki or Chi.
The most ancient. Some say Kai, but the meaning is the same. Death. The letter that spells endings.
I thought that was a manga.
It's the only Greek letter they're going to use. They're going to give it all the meaning.
Correct.
Because it sounds like he.
Ericus knows it too. He knows exactly what you are.
Master?
Haven't you ever wondered why he never granted you permission to leave his side? To grow stronger. Ericus was frightened of you. If you were to learn the truth and realize what you are,
From a crazy old man
Never
who's creepy as fuck.
Why else would he keep you within his sight at all times?
And he's just gonna buy this.
Of course he is.
He never let me see other worlds, no matter how much I asked.
Come on, Finn.
No. He's gotta be stupid for a while.
Ask the man yourself. Learn the truth. And remember, you have a greater purpose.
Oh wait, Disney doesn't own that property.
Yet. Oh, I don't know.
Probably never.
Probably never.
I'm sure the Oz estate is comfortable in not being owned.
Yeah, they know the value of their IP. Unlike Lucas, they haven't shot themselves in the foot yet, so
Yeah, hey.
they don't have a reason to sell.
What am I? What is the master keeping from us all this time?
So that business being on the Paradise Island, Sora's Islands, happened before all this. I thought it might have happened after. I thought that might have been a flashback.
Guess we'll find out.
It's not Paradise Island. What's it called? I can't remember what it's called.
That one place.
Whatever Sora's Island, Sora and his friends' island is called.
The island? Luke?
You can't go into cutscene land. Alright. Did we ever explain the Capcom helicopter?
No.
Do it quick.
Okay, so the deal is that these two people should totally be dating, but they hate each other for stupid reasons. And
Right.
One of the guys asks the girl, "No, seriously, what do you feel about this guy?" And she goes, "I wish he would get onto a helicopter made by Capcom."
And she keeps saying things like that. If
Like,
we were alone on a desert island, I would bite off my tongue. You know, just
I think the first one was, do you really hate him that much? I hate him more than when you watch your favorite drama series and they put on an idol just because the producers think it's a good idea. And, like, she doesn't think about it. You know, she very rapidly spits these things out like they were prepared.
Hilarious. Where are we? Oh, that's where we started.
Yeah,
Oh, giant popcorn.
we're back home.
we have to go
Not
home
what
and
I
throw
was expecting.
tantrums. We have to go home
Okay.
and throw giant patty tantrums.
Two things to remember.
a
One,
little-
he's a whiny teenager.
Grown over?
Two, yeah, it was like that before. It was just always dark.
Two.
Two, he was just having like weird flashback memories that he doesn't understand. He knows that something is up.
I thought Akko would...
Yeah, they hate Aqua now.
But he just said, your friendship.
You don't belong outside this world yet. You need to stay here.
In your prison?
What?
That's your excuse. You're keeping me imprisoned here, isn't it?
Maybe you should ask, maybe?
What did you hear?
That I'm supposed to be some weapon. Some kind of keyblade.
I knew it. Say it, Marge. He could never let it go.
Yes, he gave you that scar.
Why are we still hanging out?
Why are we still hanging out? Well, Xehanort did make all those handsome,
Yeah, Xehanort.
forgive me, overtures.
Right.
Wait, Xehanort.
It was a long time ago, and they.
Reason the precepts bar us from such knowledge. Why do you seek the keyblade? Would you blanket all the worlds in darkness? Reduce them to nothing? But darkness did cover the world once. We know so little about the keyblade war. Only that it was just midnight crisis and precious life. It is a curious tale, and one worth exploring. They say ruin brings about creation. So what then will another Keyblade war bring? When the darkness falls, will we be found of the precious light the legend speaks of? I must have these answers.
Alright, that's one of the better excuses for I need to bring war that I've ever heard.
Yeah, I don't know. People just want to see the world burn.
Keyblade war unlocked.
I mean, I'm with you, but I mean, it's decently reasoned for once instead of ha ha ha.
I will never. Not while I live.
I mean, he has a reason, but I don't know if you can say it is decently reasoned.
It's better than a lot I've heard.
It's certainly better than because I can, but it's still, but it does amount to.
Mom,
Yes,
have
love.
some dessert, please.
Sure. Oh, here are the chocolate chip cookies if you want them.
Only one thing will.
Same way as math
Here,
class.
you can take one more. There's more.
Same way as math class.
Yeah, discounted. You were correct. Love you.
I didn't see what happened. He just zapped him.
Yeah. Ericus said, I'll stop you by force, and then he got zapped.
Taken you, Xehanort. Not your concern.
Well, that's a yes.
Yeah, it's a yes.
Yeah, we don't risk apocalypses for curiosity, dude. Sorry.
Had the chance to stop him and couldn't do it. Not fail again.
What?
Master, what are you?
The Keyblade has no place in this or any world. Xehanort has made his place clear. I am left with no choice. Forgive me. But you must exist no.
Really?
That seems like a reasonable response.
What?
Master, have you gone mad?
Terra. Command you. Step aside.
If someone can bring about the apocalypse and you can stop any chance of that happening by killing them, is that wrong?
All my attempts to reach you failed. You don't have it in your heart to you have to share Princess's fate.
No, Tara! He's right! Quiet!
Just banging paperweights together. Flashbang! Such luscious lashes.
Well, darkness is gonna come out. Yep.
Maybe he's bored with it.
But I will not let you hurt my friend.
Is the darkness taking you, Terra?
And then it's like, sick away.
Wait, Tara!
Looked like a trilby.
Destiny
hat for just a minute.
Islands.
Then somebody tilted the island. And
Yeah.
Seems to me the better choice there was to go after Xehanort. Ben's just a kid and could still decide.
Tara!
Darn wormhole. Oh, Ham's going to bed. Good night, Ham.
Right in.
Oh, you.
Oh, it's asshat.
Hey, Stalker.
I'm through with you.
Well, I'm just getting started with you. You're strong enough now to fulfill your purpose. So what are you waiting for? Join with me, right here and now. Become the Keyblade.
That's the part of him that's missing, and it's totally not Sora. It's totally not Sora.
He told me the only way the Keyblade can be forged is if you and me fight. Well, guess what? I'm not fighting.
You used to be too broken to talk back.
Poor kid.
Now, if we drilled a hole in his skull, that'd probably relieve the
Are
pressure.
there any games where someone gets their memories back and it isn't painful?
Well, I mean, Zelda didn't. Link just had a, like...
Yeah, we joked about it.
Yeah, but he was just like, and
Link's
that was it.
aneurysm. I don't have aneurysms. He's probably gonna die.
Well,
Those are heartless.
Yes, those are.
Those aren't.
Please don't do this, Master. I'm not strong enough.
Not heartless?
No, those are actually
Those
heartless.
are actually.
No,
heartless.
but you were saying they were not something. I said not heartless.
Yeah, whatever the new ones are called.
Oh, yeah.
Awaken in the pit of your heart. Release them here and now. Sharpen your fear into rage. You must. If you do not let the stone within you run its course, it will wipe you from the face of the world. Make no mistake. Do it.
Ah, okay. Now I feel sorry for Vin.
Produce for your master the Keyblade.
Oh, he's dead. Alright, end the game.
Yeah, I'm sure the game ended in the past.
Really? They would rather die than
That's very brave.
infect us with your fire. If I must, I will extract the darkness from within you myself.
So this was the past?
This is a flashback.
Yes.
Okay. That's totally that guy. Yeah, it's totally that guy.
Yep, that's where Stalker came from.
Empty creature from Ventus Ribbon. To you, the name Vanitas shall be.
Yes, Master.
I'm sorry, that's a silly name.
It is the silly name.
You're geek.
Poor guy. That sucks.
Ice cream headache.
People are using him.
And I'll give you a reason to fight.
What?
Come and find me. The one and only place to spawn the Keyblade. The Keyblade Graveyard.
Well, it's easy. Just never go there.
There, you're gonna sing Choke a Life to
Aha.
Terra and Aqua.
Yeah, my
Then you'll
friend.
see how long you last pacifist.
Wait!
Curse you, wormhole technology.
Terra, Aqua. I swear I'll put an end to this.
By killing myself. Guess not.
Alright, he had some very stupid moments, but that was pretty good. Ooh, report! I want to read it.
So how many Keyblades are we going to get before we can actually start using them?
I think that's the last one for now.
Here's your new arsenal.
I mean, we could have equipped the other one, just opened up the menu. We just wouldn't have been able to use it on anyone. So first up, reports. Reports. 8 or 9.
1 and 9. Okay.
We Keyblade Masters have a special gift. We can extract a heart, be it our own or that of another. By continuing this cycle, it is possible to remain in the world of the living forever.
Oh, great.
As a boy, I dreamed of seeing the farthest reaches of the world. If I only went far enough, there had to be a world out there in which no one had ever before set foot. And now I know of just such a world. If I become the first to open Kingdom Hearts' door, I can create a next world in which light and darkness exist in perfect equilibrium. So there I stood, with vast knowledge in one gnarled, dying hand, and newfound purpose in the other. The next step was clear. I needed a new vessel. Aha. And that was when I met Ventus and made him my pupil. We were destined to meet, and I could sense the potential within him, but the boy was too benign for his own good. I came to the conclusion he was too frail to serve as a vessel, and decided to use him for a second purpose I had in mind.
Waha.
I would remove the darkness from his heart and split him in two. Then I would have my heart of pure light and my heart of pure darkness.
Because certainly nothing bad could ever come of that.
Such a dick.
Yep.
Anyway, so we have this that we'll never use. And lost memory, which is better in every way.
Good. It was hard to take the splat keyblade seriously.
Splurk!
We
It was better
we can't
than the-
actually land back on Destiny Islands. It's just a glowing orb all of a sudden. I don't know.
In the
It
middle
was
of the
better
store.
than the weird, super short Snow White Keyblade.
Yeah, that one's weird. Well, that's the way it works. Like, some of them are short, but they have other advantages. Some of them are high magic, whatever. I don't like the short keyblades, but...
Keyblade Graveyard.
Hey.
Dun dun dun!
More cutscenes.
We are in the endless cutscene zone.
No quarrel.
I'm sorry, I heard Endless Cookie Zone.
Yeah,
Whoa,
still no
what
quarrel.
happened there?
Well, this is where the Keyblade War was fought.
The mountain is screaming.
Friends forever.
Yep, all I need is me and my Keyblade. Everybody else is dead. Just in case we hadn't driven it home.
This is the Keyblade Graveyard.
This
There's
is where
Keyblade.
all
All the bad things happen.
This
It
is
looks
pretty
a lot
cool.
like the Badlands, only with more holes.
Pretty cool.
There are Keyblades. There are a bunch of them, including in the name.
Somebody left a perfectly good treasure here on the cliffside.
Well, it's a mega potion. It's not that good.
Well, it's functional. I didn't say it was great.
Okay.
Oh,
Those need an
my
extra
report.
12. Well, we're just all over the place with these things.
We are.
Normal.
No coherent storyline for you.
The time has come. I have received word from Ericus that his pupils are to become true Keyblade Masters. Terra and Aqua. They will be easy now to lure into the outside world. But Ventus, I will get nowhere without him. Vanitas can feel some of what Ventus feels, and he says Terra is the key. Ventus has loved Terra like a real brother ever since he let him keep his old wooden Keyblade. It seems we have found a loose thread at which we can tug to unravel Ventus's heart. The first step is to get Terra alone. Then we need to plant the seeds of doubt in Ventus. Let him carry his faint light as he chases his brother into the darkness. Let the darkness make his light stronger. Then let the light deepen the darkness. And where the two finally meet is where the stuff of legends will become real.
Oh,
Well, it wouldn't be a Kingdom Hearts report unless light and darkness was repeated 86 times.
Still. You gods, what a douche.
Yeah. I'm guessing this is where all three of the storylines meet up. Yeah.
Merp.
What do you need one for?
It's a
Go
straight,
straight.
fucking line.
There's. I mean, that's true in most places, but you know,
Oh
you still get
dear.
them.
What is this mess?
Let's find out.
Okay.
Enemies and a random background.
Oh, nice.
Oh, what a lovely day. No, that's fine. I have to watch that movie again.
Yep.
It's been a while. That reminds me, I still haven't seen Pacific Rim since I said I was going to. I should fix that too.
Pacific Rim is pretty great.
Greatest movie of a genre.
Is that the killing giant monsters genre?
Or giant robot genre. I mean, either one.
Level Erp.
Bloop.
So yeah, this is your end game grind area.
Okay.
because this is the highest level area, and you can easily find fights and you go on for a while.
You know exactly where they are.
Can you ever come back and play Ventus again to grind him when you're in the middle of somebody else's story, or is this it?
No, you have 3 separate saves, one for each person.
Okay.
So we could be playing all 3 simultaneously if we really wanted to.
But for the moment, we should probably go on for our viewers.
Yeah.
We can grind later. Offline, like you guys make me do all the time.
I thought you liked it in Zelda.
It's okay.
No, I think you need to admit you liked it.
Yeah,
You did a lot of that unprompted.
Because we needed stuff.
I know, but
You also liked it.
I think you need to acknowledge that you enjoyed the gameplay at least a little bit.
That's okay.
Oh, that smells really good.
It's Josh. He really has a stronger opinion than me. Dre's like, I miss the days when that wasn't true.
My
Our
soul has
curmudgeon.
been ground down to powder.
Oh, stop it. Shall I get out the world's tiniest violin for you?
How would that help?
We could laugh at you then.
Yeah.
We'd feel
you
better.
do that anyways. Do you really need a violin for that? I mean, do you want
It
me
would
to
be
find
funny.
you laughing music? I mean, I could... That probably wouldn't be terribly difficult.
At this point, I don't
The
care.
real question is, when don't you need a violin?
When do you need a violin?
Oh, always.
They're great for kindling.
Oh
No!
no, them's fighting words.
Them's just fighting words.
I'm just gonna equip good things now.
Speaking of fiddles, I played you guys like...
Ha ha.
Let's get Mega Flare on.
What?
For some reason, what popped into my mind is the thing from Borderlands 2, where Jack is like, God damn it, I had a violin, I was gonna play it. Shit. Jack said, give me a fucking violin! And like 20 minutes later, okay, here we go. Here's my ode to Malachi's stupid bird.
Wait.
Oh, fuck it would have been hilarious if I'd had it at the time. Shut up.
Did we ever get to the other topic of conversation
Oh,
you
no, we
wanted to
didn't.
do?
Because we're in the world of endless cutscenes. So the other thing I was talking about, and this was recently brought to my attention, not only what does Borderlands remind me of this, but the most recent Assassin's Creed Origins trailer, which is, well, two things. One, the use of cinematic trailers. Some people hate them, some people love them. And the... Huh?
I think I got hit by another tornado. Go on.
Okay. And the use of music in trailers, and not just this is music from the game, but like the use of songs in trailers.
Like the Kanye West song in the Assassin's Creed trailer?
Oh god, that was terrible. Not what I was talking. Not what I was actually thinking of at the time. I was actually thinking of good uses of it. Like every Borderlands trailer.
Yeah.
Had excellent use. Most of Assassin's Creed ones have been very good. The most recent one, Assassin's Creed Origins, was, I'm going to get his name wrong, was it Tom...
Leonard Cohen.
Leonard Cohen.
It was not Tom Watts, it was Leonard Cohen.
I know it wasn't Tom Watts. For some reason, I keep thinking Cochran as opposed to Cohen.
No!
Yeah, I know. I get confused.
Anyway, song?
Anyway, so it was like his last song before he passed away. Called You Want It Darker. And it is phenomenally good, and it works so well with the trailer.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just an amazing song, and the thing I really like about it is like, oh yeah, there's another way to sing, and he has introduced me to that way of singing, which is you have really dark music and you rhyme, but you just kind of speak instead of singing, and not like rap or anything like that.
The song is effectively him speaking in rhythm. You know, there's some lilt to it. He's kind of following the.
Interesting.
But you've heard people do it before. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but it was just really well done in this particular song.
Nice.
And I was trying to think of other said trailers that really worked on that kind of stuff. I know you got a couple of songs off of trailers because you listen to them so much.
Oh yeah. Oh well, like the so there's a the group, I think they're called Hidden Citizens, and they just do epic covers for movie trailers.
Okay.
That's all they do. But their cover of Silent Running is amazing.
I don't know that song, Silent Running.
By Jenna? No. Mike and the Mechanics.
Mike and the Mechanics.
You should totally know that song.
Okay.
If I played it for you, you go,
Right.
oh yeah, that song.
If you
Probably.
shut up, I can sing a piece of it.
Okay.
By the way, Mega Flare's kind of good.
Well, yes.
I just took out that entire counter with one attack.
Good job, good job.
Well, yeah, so call it Nuke.
But it's the chorus goes, can you hear me? Can you hear me running?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you were right. I do know it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this great YouTube channel called the Arlnauts.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones who did what I thought were hilarious. Leah did not agree with me, but the hilarious redubs of Star Wars.
I didn't think they were that funny.
Oh, I
I'm
thought they were, especially C-3PO. C-3PO was the best because he was such a freaking psychopath. It was so good. Anyways, they recently did this one about like how to do an epic movie trailer. And one of the things that they did was it was like, you know, epic cover of popular pop song or something like that.
Yeah.
And what they had was a like dark, or it was like or in a lower key. It was like a pop song in a lower key. And what they had was this dark cover of "You Spin Me Round."
Interesting.
That would be a good one if you could get it to work.
Yeah, it worked really well. And the funny part was like everybody was asking them, "Where did you get this? Where did you get this?" And it's like, we made it for this video.
Okay, make the rest of it.
Yeah, and that's what
make
everybody...
the whole thing.
Because they're like, yeah, this is the only version that exists. Is the one we made for this video. So,
well, make the whole thing. Go back, make the whole thing.
Huh.
I'm trying to think what other movie trailer songs have I found that are really really.
Yeah, this is more of a topic for you guys. I can't think of.
Well, I mean,
not
okay,
not movie trailer, but video game.
Yeah,
trailer.
game
It's
trailers.
specifically. There's in the heat of the moment from the Assassin's Creed Syndicate trailer. There are two songs that I got from game trailers because one of the years we were at PAX. I'll never get back to PAX.
You'll get back to PAX probably next year.
Okay. okay. Sorry.
We can keep talking. We're going to be in serious endless cutscene mode again. So.
Remember where you were.
Okay.
You remember?
Yes.
All right. Do it.
Trailers
Okay.
and packs.
Hey, that's a lot of Keyblades.
It's almost like a graveyard.
Of Keyblades.
Weird. Why would somebody do that?
They should call this place like the Graveyard of Keyblades. Or something.
Too long.
Too long?
Really? I was thinking the Plane of Lost Keys. Where the fuck are my car keys?
They were right here
in my hand.
This would be the worst place to leave your keys.
What's up, baby? Where you been? Oh.
We're gonna fight for stupid reasons, aren't we?
You'd think so.
Doesn't look like they're here to fight.
You're scowling and I'm sad.
Oh, determined.
I was told the master was struck down.
You tell her why? That's right.
At least you bothered to ask him about it first.
It was stupid to help Zane or do it. The master. He tried to hurt Ben. I only fought because I wanted to protect him. But I was tricked. Zane would set the whole thing up.
Hey, good communication skills on these guys.
Wow.
Shocking.
Also,
No, it really is.
darkness inside me. You were right, Aqua. And so was the master. I did need to be watched. I went astray. but no more.
What else is darkness but hate and rage? Xehanort is feeding the dark fires within you, making you fight. You'll go astray again. Tell me, how does that honor our master's memory, Terra?
Xehanort wants me and Benitez to fight. Make some kind of keyblade. The master said we can't let that happen. He tried to destroy me for it.
Keyblade?
I still don't know exactly what it is. But it scares me to death. Just the thought of it.
Relax, man. We're here, and we're gonna take care of you.
He goes.
Communication skills.
Need this after all. If I do it, guys, I want you
The
to.
three of us can never be torn apart, right? All right? I'll always find a way.
I'm asking you, as a friend. Just put an end to me.
So the whole reason we killed our master.
Just keep your dumbass alive.
I said struck down, so he's dead.
Ah,
Oh.
excellent. Just as planned.
Did you stop hunching? Stand up straight, man. What's wrong with you?
He's old.
And evil.
Evil will do that to you.
It's bad for the spine.
His life used to be full of power. United with the hearts of their masters.
What duplicates out there?
On this barren soil, keyblades of light and darkness were locked in combat.
Yeah, because they just keep finding the same ones and the same planets over and over again. Duh.
That does happen.
They regenerate.
Where did Mickey go?
He's gone!
Their lives,
We'll see him
all
again.
in search of one ultimate key.
Really? I don't think that's why they all died.
Your soul belongs to me.
I mean,
Point.
Keyblade.
He was like, wait. There. Yes, there. Keyblade.
My eyesight is going, but I'm pretty sure it's the one on the right.
He's an earthbender.
That's gotta suck to get, like, rejected by your own element. It would have made more sense since this was Ventus's point of view to omit the first part of that cutscene because Ventus wasn't there to see it.
We are going to see that exact same cutscene with every character.
Okay.
So I guess they just didn't feel like editing it. Yeah.
Although, we should remark, kids, this is how you avoid conflict. By talking out your problems.
Yes,
Yeah,
true.
I mean,
Story.
for
It's
real.
also how you avoid drama, and drama is the only thing that fuels stories. Remember, kids, if you want to be the main character in a story, you have to be very dramatic. Sometimes pointlessly so.
In other words, don't listen to Brad for advice. Oh, that's cool.
drama can also come from conflict that cannot be solved by communication.
Well, I mean, come on. Like, it's just the most hack way to do it. It's like, oh, we didn't communicate, therefore angst. Like, there are other ways. Just saying.
Oh, please. He's not going to do anything to Ven. He needs him to fight his boy.
Hell of 1,000 paper cuts. Or is it hell of being cut to ribbons?
Oh, that's not nice. Wait, what?
Wait, but he... Huh?
The armor.
No. Aqua.
okay?
Fuck
Well,
no, I'm frozen.
He's twitching.
Jesus, lady, what do you think?
What?
Apparently he can just summon.
You just get to summon Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, apparently he could do that.
What? Wow, that would have made the first game real short.
Yeah. So that whole sequence was actually the bonus ending to Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Plus.
Okay.
So if all of that seemed like kind of disjointed and overly actiony, that's why.
Go have your little fight with Terra. You can't be too happy about him deep sixing you, man.
Who's this douche?
What?
Who are you?
I have yellow eyes too.
You think you two have got some grand role to play? As if. You're only here so that when I finish you off, Terra will succumb to the darkness. So, who wants to go first?
Shut up!
Oh, so this kiddo thinks he's a full-fledged Keyblade.
Seriously, who is this douchebag? Where'd
This
he come
is one of the nobodies. He's not a nobody yet, but he's one of the guys who becomes part of Organization 13.
Oh, okay, I just don't remember him.
Yeah.
It'll
I
never
mean,
work.
you know, look at him. Friggin' duh.
We did see him earlier, I think, when we were on the world Radiant Garden. Yeah, Radiant Garden.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. He confronted us there and said some vaguely mysterious things about working with the
Oh, I don't remember that at all.
Super mysterious.
Pretty sure that happened. But yeah, it was really short, and it was like, oh, why is he here? Just so when he shows up later.
So this, we will see this fight when we play Aqua, I
Yeah.
guess.
I keep forgetting
We will do
don't
this
mess
fight.
with Keyblade wielders.
You're not a Keyblade wielder?
No. He just had a pair of guns.
I made the
Well,
right choice.
like crossbows.
Well, you wanted me to buy time. I'd say he got it.
Still frozen.
I really feel like that should have worn off by now.
Do you see a warming fire next to him?
No.
Uh-oh.
No, Eris!
Plot ouchies.
Let's get Phoenix down.
I'll leave her alone.
He's not gonna.
Come on, Stalker, don't be a dick.
I-
He's totally a dick.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like pure dick.
Yeah, he's all of the darkness from Ven's heart.
You
So.
can even see he's ribbed.
But not for anyone's pleasure.
Just his own. That's okay. I know my position.
That looks so much like what Riku wore when he lost himself to the darkness in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Because it's the official darkness uniform.
Clearly.
Duh.
It's red and black.
Well, I just remember the taily, hangy, downy thing in the back
You gonna
mostly.
stop doing that anytime soon? Do I have to
No.
attack you?
I don't know if you've noticed, but
Wait,
based
when
on the
she's
other
just
characters here, Coattails are obviously evil.
I was gonna say, why didn't you do like homie laser thing?
Oh, that's a good idea too.
Did you just say suffer?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he said chakras.
Chakras!
No. But nice reference.
What sword does Vanitas have?
His own.
Okay.
It's vaguely darkness.
That would be awesome if that was the name of the Keyblade.
Vaguely darkness?
I don't think it has an official name.
This is my Keyblade, Vaguely Darkness.
Come on.
Oh, come on, Brad, give him the D. Link.
I'm glad you didn't forget to equip Cure.
I have two of them.
Homie laser?
He
Is that
stops.
doing work?
I still have to target him, and the only reason I'm keeping him on screen right now is because I have locked on.
You can't do both, huh?
No.
Oh, that's just silly.
You also have to remember the button for it.
Your attacks are lame.
Attacks are bad and you should feel bad. He has black and red stars.
Uh-huh. Evil. Did we mention that?
They're stars!
One's a black hole and one burns very coolly.
It looks like something a second grader doodles in their notebook when they're trying to be hardcore.
Actually, they kind of look more like gears.
Ow.
It's okay, I think I heard him there too.
I would argue that a second grader has a slightly better idea of what is actually hardcore.
Fair enough.
Oh my god, you guys, I'm so edgy.
Yeah, this guy, he has a black helmet, he wears it all the time, his name is Bibbidi-Bobbidi-Boo.
Sick, bro.
It's my original character.
He's all the darkness in one person's heart. Torn out.
He's the brother of Shadow the Hedgehog.
Body is about to perish. You and I will have to join together.
Awfully deep voice for a 10-year-old.
The Keyblade will be forged.
That is Sora's hairstyle.
Yeah, that is definitely horse. That definitely looks a lot like Sora.
Hood time!
Fucking knew it.
It happened when you and I were split into two. Negativity took shape as these monsters.
Where are my jellies?
Are what I feel. A horde of fledgling emotions under my control.
Alright, at least they're explained.
The one on the left is like, sir, I'm still not picking up a signal. This place is dead.
Lure you away from home and isolate you from your master. We needed to make you
And
strong.
the dude is dead?
At first, we're the perfect.
Now, my next question is that actually Haley Joel Osment voicing him? Really?
Good, he's grown up a lot. It's
Yeah.
been a number of years.
Well, he's also deepening his voice.
Oh yeah. He's playing it up.
It's this thing called
I hear he really relished the idea of playing the bad guy.
I would never have known from his voice.
I'm sure he did. Must have been
nice.
Yeah. It's like, oh god, something different.
I mean, you can hear it. He's definitely enjoying himself.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's where we'll set up the new hot springs.
Well, don't you hate it when you do what the bad guy wants you to do?
#1 honeymoon destination.
Yeah. Hey. Not much nearby though.
Okay,
It's
so
a
who's
new
the other
Sands
person
resort.
in his
It's all
heart
inclusive.
then? At the beginning, somebody took up residence in his heart when this guy left.
Was not finished. The Keyblade shouldn't stay.
What I want to know is who keeps creating the stained glass platforms?
Join me now.
Those exist inside people. Apparently, that's what like the heart looks like, or something.
Yes, exactly our plan.
By the way, this is in a series of stupid things. This is, in my opinion, the stupidest.
What is?
This dumb Keyblade. The way it looks, 2 Keyblades crossed with a sword coming out. Look at that.
Yeah, it's unwieldy as hell. Of course, Keyblades in general are pretty unwieldy.
Yeah, but at least they're not that.
Just as they become a part of me. My friends are my power, and I'm theirs.
Oh, hi, Sora.
Yeah.
That's a direct quote.
Oh, Sora stopped it. My friends are my power.
He wasn't quite up himself that much to say, and I'm theirs.
So he's willing to destroy himself to save them. Alright, Ven, you've redeemed yourself. You're not just a whiny little bitch.
So all of our hearts are stained glass cathedrals?
badass, right?
That's kind of badass.
Yeah, no, I want one.
Yeah.
Hold mine with broken windows. Dude, it's a mess in there. Stuff's hard to replace.
You're worse than a second grader.
What's yours is mine.
Well, no, it's because the glass was so expensive. We just kept replacing it with sugar glass, and that stuff's easy to break too. So.
Well, now my next question is.
But at least you can eat it after.
So
it breaks.
Ben was the original. We've got not Sora over here. Sora's his own guy, and Roxas is his nobody. So how does all of that happen?
I believe we'll hear more about that in the ending.
Pretty much, yeah.
Look at the
It
pretty
does
glass.
make
Look at the
sense
pretty
to a degree.
glass.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah, look at the pretty stained glass.
We're not
so
playing El
fitting.
Shaddai again.
He did break it.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to break it.
See, now if it was my heart, that'd just be a galaxy full of
Shut the hell up.
rock candy.
Hey, who loves QTs? Everyone, right? Everyone loves QTs.
Isn't that why we played Sora's Wrath?
Yeah.
Because we love QTs.
That was why.
We played Asura's Wrath because we got to stab the moon in like the second stage or something.
The very first level, we're beating up a guy bigger than the Earth.
Yeah.
So.
That game is so awesome.
His finger tries to crush it.
And then Capcom fucked it. Like they do.
How is he not dead yet?
They did have fantastic levels in Berserk.
Oh, it was wonderful. It even had a hot springs level.
Then you got points for staring at the maidens.
That was so fun.
But very Japanese.
Well, the funny part is, though, it's based entirely off of Hindu mythology.
No, there's Buddhist mythology. It's
Buddhist mythology, sorry.
It's not Hindu
Sorry,
mythology.
sorry.
Significant difference.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry.
Alright, cutscenes, y'all.
Same general vicinity.
You need to do yourself some reading.
Instead, we're gonna watch TV.
My silly sword!
I can't reach it.
That's so stupid.
And my dangly bits.
And unconsciousness.
Well, destruction. Their heart just exploded.
Yeah.
Oh, so did mine. Oh, I guess I'm dead now.
Ah, well.
Symbolism.
Did your heart just reform just in time for you to die?
More or less.
Yeah.
More or less.
Are we gonna see the... There we go.
Oh, there's the stained glass.
With just him. Not him and anybody.
Well, they're one again, I guess. I don't know. They're off to Kingdom Hearts.
Look, a new report. Aren't you happy?
Yes, I like
Aren't
to
you
read
thrilled?
them. I am. I like to read them.
I'm glad we got something.
I'm sure it'll explain everything.
You're like,
report
oh
telling me
shit.
It's an even number. Aw, they're holding hands. They're like otters. They hold hands while they sleep so they don't drift apart.
Do they do that? That's adorable.
Well, yeah, I mean, otters basically equal fucking cute, so.
Basically how Sora always starts. In water, essentially.
Falling.
Falling.
Unconscious.
This place. I've been here. So warm. I remember.
I want to see a game start with the protagonist falling through the air screaming.
Pretty sure I played that game.
Whose heart? God damn it. That's where they're gonna stop it. We don't get to know. Oh, I hate you, game.
Well, that was fun.
We know later.
Wow, this was only a 4-part series. That was nice and quick.
Yeah, no. We get credits after each part?
Yeah.
That seems a little excessive.
It's a little excessive.
But they want to fake you out.
You're not faked out!
Yeah, there's no fake out. You got to choose at the beginning.
Alright. Whose heart? We're not going to get that information out of either other storyline.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's think this through.
Leonard Nimoy.
Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach.
Okay, so Ventus's heart gets ripped in two.
Okay.
And at the beginning, Ven was more or less unconscious, and then he heard another newborn heart appear and offer to fill the part that had been torn out.
Right, I remember that.
With no voice. I don't think that was voice acted.
Right.
That was just text.
That was just text.
Sora?
The part, yeah. So the part that got ripped out looked exactly like Sora. Sora also, if Sora filled in the part of Ventus that was ripped out, then it would make sense that Vanitas and Sora would look the same, because they're filling in the same parts.
So Sora's heart, but now Ven's heart is whole, and he doesn't need Sora attached to it to save it.
He's also
anymore.
dead.
He's also dead.
He's dead in the Kingdom Hearts way. We'll see more about that later, but he's not dead. His heart is broken.
Right. And that's totally fixable. I still don't understand. Like, Sora's a little tiny itty bitty kid at this point.
Yeah.
So a little tiny itty bitty kid's heart came along and said, "I'll save you," and then sustained him long enough for him to be whole and then die. And then
Remember, Sora's superpower is connecting with other hearts.
That's true.
So yeah, that is
That
how
implied that he went back to Sora's heart at the end.
Yes.
I've been here before, he said.
His heart went somewhere, and it implies that yes, his heart returned to Sora's heart. So now Sora has Ventus.
Peter Pan's so fucking good.
And then
Later on, his nobody looks exactly like Ventus. Even though Ven's still in there, technically. Unless the end of this game tells us something different.
Roxas acts a lot like he has a heart, almost all the time.
That's true.
Implying
he's not a very,
right, he doesn't act
he's
like
not
a
very
normal
good
nobody.
He has a lot of emotion for a nobody.
So it's not confirmed, but it's possible that Roxas
Has Ventus's heart.
Yeah.
Okay, well that makes more sense. I still don't. Because
Ven's
what do you want?
broken heart.
Keeps tripping.
I don't know where it is. So Sora's heart came along to Ventus's heart after he was split.
Yeah, shortly after. I mean, you saw when Xehanort split his heart, his eyes went dead.
Right.
In the intro, he looked like that until
Sora's heart came along.
Right.
Yeah.
Yet, Stalker already looked like Sora, even though that happened before Sora came along.
Sora looks like Stalker, not the other way around.
Sora looks like Stalker, not the other way around.
Most used D-Link, Aqua, twice.
Yeah. I don't use D-Links
Sora-
much in this game. You don't need
Sora
to.
looks
Brad
like...
doesn't like the D.
No, but we knew that.
Why does Sora look like...
Because he wasn't...
That has to be a coincidence.
No, he wasn't...
Character artist is very good.
It seems like Sora came along at just the right time. He was like about to be born or being born when he healed Ven's heart.
Okay.
So when he was, because that happened at the same time, he was born looking like Vanitas. Because his
So
heart...
you're saying it happened kind of simultaneously?
Yes, his heart, because his heart filled in the place that looks like Vanitas, he ended up looking like Vanitas.
Okay. A little weird, but that makes some...
Weird.
It's Kingdom
I'm
Hearts.
sorry, are you familiar with this series?
I'll file this under. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. No, I mean, actually that makes more sense than some stuff that happens in Kingdom Hearts, to be perfectly honest with you.
Makes more sense than the end of Dream Drop Distance.
Which I don't know anything about.
Like, I really want to play that game with you guys too, just so you can see the end and be like, nope, none of this makes sense. None of it. This does not make sense.
Oh, that's part of where the... So
It's
this
the
is
intro
the
video
beginning.
again.
Is it the intro again?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it took us back to the title screen.
What the heck is that?
I believe... Alright, so this lets you make a little more sense of the story. So, the timeline will show you all the events of the story from any character that you've...
Beaten.
Yeah, beaten.
So this will fill in.
Yeah. So, once
Reminds
we see...
me of Odin's Sphere.
Yeah, it is very much like Odin's Sphere. It'll show it'll be lined up in a way that makes sense so you can actually tell who did what when.
Okay.
This lets you rewatch cutscenes. This
doesn't show
pointless
until...
things.
Yeah.
So is our last video just going to be us going through the timeline?
We can if we want.
We have Xehanort report number 10.
Yes.
So we gotta... that must
these
be the
are-
one down trophy.
Yeah, this is the one down trophy. Hopefully we don't have to do all of those, but I think they're only required for the secret ending. We'll see.
10 was new.
A secret ending.
The secret ending, because there's always one.
There's always a secret.
As was to be expected, Ventus lacked the constitution for such an ordeal. I was able to remove the darkness inside him and create Vanitas, a heart of pure darkness, but Ventus drifted into the clutches of sleep. Ventus's heart of pure light and Vanitas's heart of pure darkness. If both could be made strong enough to one day clash, I knew the Keyblade would be forged. But Vanitas took too much of Ventus's heart, and from that fracture, I could see the last of Ventus's lights was slipping away. The boy deserved a place to spend his final moments peacefully, and what should come to mind but my own boyhood home? What? My legs took me there unbidden, and as I stood there on the same beach where I had made my choice so many years ago, I thought, not a single thing has changed. Here, in this quiet world, time marches in place.
So it doesn't march at all.
Content that Ventus would find peace here, I started to walk away, but just then the boy held up his Keyblade. The light within him had not died.
You know, you can just call them potato and potato. That's okay too.
What? Well,
Okay.
it all comes back to the same place. I don't know why I'm surprised.
Yeah. Also, that phrase "time marches in place" might be really, really important. Not for this game, but for future games.
I'll try to remember it.
I-
And for
like,
somebody
me
who has
too.
done a lot of marching in place, let me tell you, that's a lot of work. It's not just standing still.
But that's not what they're talking about with that.
Okay, so we have like half an hour. It's 10:30. We could start the next playthrough, but we might end up going a little over. Until
I
we
don't
get
mind
to
going a
save
little
point.
over.
Whatever.
Who's next?
Next up, we're going to play as Aqua.
Okay.
Oh, really? I thought okay.
You were saving Terra for last. Aqua is annoying.
Okay.
Silver seems to think
annoying?
Silver seems to think I'm not gonna like Aqua much. I hope that's not true, but she's probably gonna annoying us because like lots of lawful stupid. Like what?
I think I will just let
Doesn't
you
that make
see.
her your favorite?
Mostly, I don't like her because she plays way slower than the boys. Her attacks just come out way slower. She's weaker.
She's
she doesn't
magic,
have-
right?
Yeah, she has way good magic, so you like hit triangle a lot instead of X. But that's why I don't like her. Some people love her. She's a reasonable... Like, it is reasonable to think that she is the real protagonist of this game.
Alright. Bubbles.
Yeah, and as you expect from her name, she is water and ice blind.
And we will call her Bubbles. Or was it Cobra?
Cool. That's a pretty window. I want one.
You don't want a pretty window of stained glass that looks like you wielding a keyblade?
Oh, I want that. I definitely want that more.
You're supposed to cut me off and say yes or no.
Sorry.
So this is how we would have started even if we'd started Aqua first. Just like bam. Alright.
Well,
Well,
no.
we skipped the tutorial. and
Yeah,
started
we
here.
skipped the intro. It asked us to do that.
Stand here as candidates. This is neither a competition nor a battle for supremacy. It's not a test of wins, but a test of heart. Both of you may prevail, or neither. But I am sure our guest, Master Seiya,
Who is totally not evil.
did not travel all this way to see our youngest prospects in years fall short of the mark. I trust you are ready.
Yes.
Really need a good guy in a game that
Then
looks
let
like
the
that.
examination begin.
That looks super evil.
Yeah.
And just one of those like, I thought you were a bad guy. What? Why would you think that? I've been on your side the whole time. We thought you were going to double cross us. Why?
You wear all black. You have a goatee.
It's fashionable.
You glare at everyone.
So now you're judging me by how I look?
Yes.
Don't worry about
Wow, you guys are shallow.
you. Just focus on the exam.
Ben, you're in danger here. Go wait in your room.
You skulk in the shadows.
I have a light sensitivity.
And we were discussing the stream game. That's the character I want to
Take care
take.
of himself. He's been out there training just as hard as
Well, we play a different system.
Stay sharp, Ben.
I'm not saying you can't, just not for the current game.
Your blade is this one.
You don't say.
You played as this one. Your played as this one now. You just be using magic all the time.
Well, unfortunately, right now I can't just use magic all the time.
Oh, Thunder did nothing. What was that?
It
It was
missed.
Thunder 1.
It
Well,
was
like, there was no effect. You just went Thunder and then nothing
It
happened.
was. It was just a close area of attack.
Oh, I thought, it would be lightning hitting the thing.
No.
Because they call it
There.
Thunder, but it's still
Did
lightning.
you see it that time?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, right. I have to make it so that it's going in the right direction.
Thunder! Thunder! Thundercats!
Oh.
We know all that already, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Pseudo-important stuff that we don't care about. Yay!
God already knows. I don't have to pay attention.
I'm not playing, I don't have to pay
That's
attention.
unexpected. But one must keep a still heart even in the most trying of circumstances. It was an excellent test. One I chose to let unfold. Which
Terra,
brings
you
us to the
failed.
next trial.
Now we have to fight Terra.
Now, Terra and Aqua, the two of you will face each other in combat. Remember, there are no winners, only truths. For when equal powers clash, their nature is revealed.
How true to war. There are no winners.
Oh, we don't actually do this one.
This is cutscene because remember what happens at the end.
Right.
Hey, did you see that? That was kinda
Yes, juicy purple, my favorite flavor.
cool. We gotta go home and get some purple drink.
And reached a decision.
We? Why does he have anything to say about this?
Aqua, you both performed commendably. However, only Aqua has shown the mark of mastery. Terra, you failed to keep the darkness within you sufficiently in check. But there is always next time. That is all. Aqua, as our newest Keyblade Master, you are entitled to certain knowledge. Please wait.
Well, I'm done
for
here.
instruction.
Excuse me, I have some cackling to do.
Tara, I'm sorry.
Darkness. Where did it come
Your heart! That's where everything comes from in this series. Your sword comes from your heart. Your magic comes from your heart. Your darkness comes from your heart.
True.
Your heart comes from your heart.
You make good vendors.
He ain't gonna cut it. Somebody's gotta break that loser in.
Not here, you won't. I have to keep up appearances.
I know that. He just needs one incentive to leave home.
Sorry. But I need some time alone.
I failed. I have to go pout.
That would be pretty embarrassing. I'd want to go hide in my room for a while if that had happened to me. Honestly.
Remember, if we've learned anything, it's that all answers are resolved by throwing yourself dramatically on a bed.
You must always be conscious of it.
Bells. Always be conscious of bells.
Wait, was that the beginning of the discussion or the middle of it?
What is that?
I felt like the middle?
That was... We missed part of a conversation. They will get back to important things that she learned just there.
Very well then. I will send my pupils to investigate. Yes, I understand.
Master's talking to a crystal again.
Farewell.
I'm guessing that was Yen Sid.
That's a good guess.
That was my dear old friend Yen Sid. As you know, he is master no more. But he still keeps a close eye on the tides of life and
What kind of
darkness.
title is that?
His counsel serves as signposts, the road we wielders of the keys they must walk. All the more reason then for concern, for he tells me the princesses of heart are in danger, not only from the forces of darkness, but also from a new threat, one that feeds on negativity. Fledgling emotions that have taken monsters.
I mean, a
Sid
princess.
calls them the Unversed.
Ooh, I want to be Princess of Darkness.
No, you don't.
Get it? No, you
As
don't.
leaders of the Keyblade, you are tasked with striking down any who would upset the balance of light and darkness. The Unversed are no exception. I tried to pass this news on to Master Xehanort, but my repeated attempts to reach
How
him
convenient.
He also keeps seeming to walk off to cackle somewhere else.
This all troubles
I doubt there's any connection.
But it troubles me.
He's gone.
No, he's just down the stairs cackling, but you know, it's weird.
So here we are. I need you two to get this situation under
Really?
control. Eliminate the Unversed. And find Master Xehanort.
All of them. Go kill them all.
I have unlocked the lanes between. They use these forbidden pathways to travel between this world and countless others.
The things I told you never to do.
The darkness moves closer than usual within these.
Because it's something also always
Your armor
stored.
will protect you. Lastly, remember
The armor that we
order
never
must
wear.
be kept.
Oh, they totally wear it when they travel
There
into
are other
worlds.
worlds.
Yeah, but not when they're in combat.
That's not what it's called.
Fulfill your duty.
Yes, Master.
I mean, it's full plate mail. It'll probably slow him down.
Consider this an opportunity. A second chance for you to change my mind.
Slow them down and negate all the damage.
I care for you like my own son.
Oh, that's gonna hurt all the more when you kill him.
If I could have my way, I would name you master in a second. But how can I? When you are so obsessed with power. Terra. You mustn't be afraid of losing.
We haven't seen his story yet either.
Fear leads to obsession with
We'll find all that about
obsession beckons the
3 episodes from now.
Hate leads to
Wow,
the
that
dark
was pretty Yoda-like.
Yeah, I was gonna say hate leads
Luke
to the dark
Skywalker.
side,
I
Tara.
mean, Ericus.
I swear, I will not fail you again.
Except when I do.
Master,
I will not fail to kill you again.
Wait, Aqua. Before you depart, I have one other, well, call it a request. Utmost priority.
Yes?
I told Terra this could be a second chance to show the modern master.
I was lying. Okay.
However, that flicker of darkness he displayed during the examination, I can sense it runs very deep.
It's pretty easy to see if it's purple stuff.
If those powers were to prove too much for him to handle, I want you to bring him back to me at once. It's for his own good. I cannot bear to lose any of you to the darkness.
Of course. I would never let that happen. I promise you I will bring Terra back.
She comes back dragging in Terra. Master! Terra's being all darky again.
It's tough to be the good student.
He's not as weak
Know what you need on your sleeves. Armored ruffles.
Why not? In Monster Hunter, you get a hoop skirt.
Well, supposedly that's like an actual thing.
Really?
Like combat skirts or whatever? It is. I have to look it up again.
So,
Flight suit, activate!
to us as Ventus, this just looked like Terra was running off on his own. As I remember this cutscene going.
Kind of. Vanitas showed up and was like, if Terra leaves now, you'll never see him again. You have to follow.
Oh, right.
And Terra didn't really explain what was going on.
Yeah, Terra didn't actually bother to stop and say,
Oh,
nah, it's
Master
cool.
sent me on an errand.
Yeah.
And Aqua gets to see us being stupid.
No, he mustn't.
But he is. Fire the flat cannons!
You have to bring him back.
Don't worry, Master.
Wait, no, you're supposed to let go of it after you slap it.
She gets something to hold on to.
She can't be trusted otherwise.
Oh, really?
Women drivers, you know.
Kiss my butt, poo.
Just deal with it. Thank you. Probably never gonna bother.
No.
End of departure.
No, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. I guess we can keep going for a little while.
Okay.
The land of endless cutscenes.
Yeah,
They ended. Shocking.
not quite. We have a couple
Yeah,
more.
we're about to start all over again.
Oh, right.
New world.
New world, new cutscenes.
I don't think we saw Aqua here.
Nope.
We did not.
It was too late. That's gonna be the theme of this gameplay.
Yeah.
Too late for everything.
Are we gonna be fucking tiny again, or are we gonna be adult sized as Aqua?
Probably both.
It'd be kind of cool if we were adult sized.
Wait, we're in the Prince's castle.
Mm-hmm.
Did Ventus ever get here?
Nope.
No, Ventus was.
Ventus just hung out.
House.
Yeah, Ventus just hung out with the mice.
Mademoiselle! Senorita! Wait!
What country are they in?
Aqua!
Terra!
I'm not gonna bother to talk to you. I'm just gonna. Oh, okay.
What?
I think he left to go find you. Do you have any idea why?
No.
Except for the fact that I didn't tell him where I was
Actually,
going.
just before I left, he tried to tell me something.
I was being cranky.
I should have listened to what he had to say.
But I don't do that. That's silly. That's for later when I've matured.
So, did you manage to locate Master Xehanort?
No, but it seems he's looking for pure hearts filled with light.
I thought you didn't locate him.
Pure heart. Filled with light.
Well, he found
By the way,
All I
a
can
decent
do
amount of time seems to have passed between
What the
Aqua
hell were you
leaving
doing,
and landing.
Aqua?
I'll stay and see if I can find more.
It was a long flight.
Yeah, you have to assume
Okay.
a certain amount of travel
Prince is in the
time.
ballroom ahead.
She got lost.
He might have some answers.
Thanks.
Aqua, you still have the same dream?
Well,
What dream is that?
There's this girl here. Her name is Cinderella. She made me realize how powerful it is just to believe. No matter how impossible things seem, a powerful enough dream will always be enough to light the darkness. If you see her, give her my thanks.
will do.
Neat. What was Aqua's dream?
We'll find out.
He'll be alright.
To have a beautiful dress in the ball.
Oh, I thought it was something that happened in the intro that I just didn't remember.
No, she said something about them all being together. The dream had something to do with them all being together. But
Maybe? I don't remember.
because she did mention it.
Things to change. Alright.
Oh no! You can't fly anymore!
It's very sad. Flip, flip.
You know what else is sad? I heard Bibbidi-Bobbidi-Boo strike up.
Oh no.
Can you hand me my pistol over there? I need to shoot myself in the head.
No, you don't get your pistol. You'll have to smell yourself in Rocktopus, and I'm sure you will not choose that undignified way to go.
You don't get to do that to Octopus.
Yeah, Rocktopus isn't going to be responsible for your death. You just gotta deal with it. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah, there it is.
Deal with it. Oh, she does little handsprings. Oh, we can't fly. I miss it.
Won't be able to fly again.
Yeah, I think we can actually cheat to get super glider light with every character.
Good.
It might have been Ven only. I don't remember.
I'm
For
sure
now,
you'll
we get to
figure
do
it out.
lots of handsprings.
Oh, excuse me.
I don't know how her costume stays on. I can't figure that skirt out.
Body tape.
It's belt.
Really?
Lots and lots of belts.
And body tape.
Magic.
What's
No,
with
it's
the
been
sash-
tied on. It's got
I
that
thought I saw
sash
something
around
to the
it.
left. Stop.
What?
To your now to your left.
Or is it just sewn into the...
Where was it
Okay.
before?
Did we get that already?
Yeah.
My bad. Okay, what's the confusion about her skirt? How is it staying? It's all
tied.
sashes.
Yeah.
And sewn into her corset.
Or something is tucked up.
Yeah,
under the
something's
corset.
attached because there's no way that would stay on with all these handsprings if it just looks like it's tied on.
Yeah.
It's kind of a silly skirt because it's just a bunch of panels tied on.
Oh no, you got
I mean,
fireworks stickers instead of ice cream.
It's Squenix.
No, we got fireworks.
So-
They all have the exact same.
I mean, really,
sticker board.
we should be lucky she doesn't have more belts.
That's true. Well, instead of belts for her, they went sashes. I mean, it's the same amount of stuff. It's just like cloth instead of leather.
No, it's not. Because normally it would be all of that with 50 belts on top of it.
Okay, they're not all Lulu.
I know.
It's like you don't pay attention to their character design.
I do.
Bubble Blaster!
Bubble Blaster!
Sounds adorable.
Haven't you seen them at the stores?
What?
Those, you attach little bottles of soap to them and they...
Oh, these. Beat it, ladies.
The bitches.
It's the Uggos!
What the hell was that?
Darkness.
Darkness.
I detect darkness. You must be purged. Start the exterminatus.
Oh, if I recall correctly, that is Lady Tremaine. Those are her daughters.
There was something very wrong about them.
Purge the planet.
She a bitch.
Tremaine, I forgot she had a name.
My apologies. I was mistaken.
Your Highness, I found this on the palace stairs.
A glass slipper.
Undropped by a lovely young lady, and I'll search far and wide.
I just let Aqua stand there in the middle of this conversation.
Apparently.
In fairness, this was at the ball where all the ladies showed up.
There's nobody else here. Everybody went home.
Also, you know, her dress is so out of style.
Immediately throughout the kingdom, and I will start with the closest residents.
Oh man, lucky you.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you actually spent a long time searching.
Lady Tremaine. I'd better pay her a visit.
And watch her daughters cut off their toes.
Nope,
That
this is a
doesn't happen
Disney
in
version.
Disney.
Oh, right, sorry.
Disney version. And only one cut off her toe. The other cut off a piece of her heel.
Ah. Forgot about that.
And the birds pecked their eyes out at the wedding.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Not screw around in those old fairy tales, do they?
Mm-mm. Nasty shit happens.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to go back to
Don't
watching
be
Grimm.
bad. What?
I need to go back to watching Grimm. Hey, where'd you guys come from? You weren't invited to the ball.
Do you remember a miniseries called The 10th Kingdom?
That sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
It was interesting, and
It's like how they tried to mend all the fairy tales together, and then also incorporate it with the modern world.
Right. Well, then.
So would you almost call it like a spiritual precursor to Once Upon a Time?
No, because they didn't incorporate it in the modern world.
I thought they did.
No. The character is from the modern world, but it's not.
Oh, right.
There's no
okay.
blend.
Sorry, I thought for some reason I thought there was.
No.
Okay.
There are a couple characters come over in the beginning, it goes horribly wrong, and they all end up in the fairy tale world.
Been a very long time since I've seen it.
Yeah. But, one of the things that I liked about the 10th Kingdom, and there are a lot of things I didn't, but, one of the things I liked was that they address the fact that fairy tales are actually scary. I mean, you know, Disney has altered a lot of our perceptions of these stories, but they were not. They were violent. They were supposed to be tales to frighten people and to teach people, not
like
to
be
entertain
good
them.
or awful crap happens to you.
Exactly. If you're good, wonderful things will happen to you. If you're bad, horrible crap will happen to you.
Hansel and Gretel, didn't the witch get burnt up in the oven?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like bad stuff.
Yeah, Gretel tricks her into sticking her head in the oven and then shoves her in.
You told me one about it was about Father Winter or something.
Oh, Winter's Bride.
That was it. Where the bad sister who was just impolite, like he kept asking, "Are you cold, child?" And she was like, "Yeah, it's freezing." Like she was telling the truth. She wasn't nice about it, but she was telling the truth.
Yeah, and she was like, "What? Are you stupid? Can't you see that I'm freezing?"
And then she froze because he was like, "Well." And then the other one was like, "Oh no, sir, I'm not cold," even though she was dying.
I'm fine. Yep. No, that's interesting.
I didn't really like the lesson in that one.
Those Eastern.
Please tell me they both died.
No, the other one.
Really? Because I thought it would have been, don't be rude, but also don't,
I would agree with you, but this one was be polite.
Okay.
I mean, there could have been an honest way and polite way to say, "No, sir, could you please help me?" As opposed to just lying your ass off when you're clearly turning blue, or keeping it simple. Be nice to your elders. Children can only learn one lesson at a time, apparently. Either polite or honest, not both.
Eastern European fairy tales are scary as shit. That involve a lot of winter and ice and...
Gee, I wonder why.
Suck it, fatty.
Oh, I hate these ones.
These ones aren't the ones with the barriers.
Okay.
Also, I'm not sure if you're noticing how she's just barely plinking away at these guys with her attacks.
No.
She is.
It all looks the same to us, man.
Well, okay, look at his health bar. This is the most basic enemy in the game. And it took her 2 combos to get half his health off.
Sorry, Brad.
Once you get her going, she becomes insanely good. Because she can flare like nobody's business.
But at the start, it's real bad.
Yeah.
Mega Flare, Mega Flare, Mega Flare, Mega Flare.
Yeah, and she has a bunch of special magic attacks that are practically Mega Flare that only she gets.
That's the way with wizards. Start slow, kick ass at the end. These guys read their D&D manuals, I see.
I think they could have.
That's how you do party balance. It's actually how it goes.
That's not good party balance. One person doesn't get to have fun until later in the game. Everyone should be playing well all the time. Oh, also, here's Bubble Blaster.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, great, huh?
Oh, she does suck.
Actual enemies. Can I have more than one enemy?
There's one to your right. Aha! Take my homing bubbles.
I like her homing bubbles.
You have been scrubbed clean.
They kind of remind me of Sailor Mercury.
Nerd.
Shut up, nerd! Shut up!
You even said it in the nerd voice.
I know.
Yeah, you set yourself up for that.
I know I did.
Really all your fault.
I thought Neptune
No,
was
if
your favorite.
I'm sorry?
I thought Neptune was your favorite.
Jupiter.
Jupiter, right.
One of those gas giants.
And if I was super nerd, I would know what her first bubble attack is called in Japanese. I don't know what it is. In English, it's just Mercury Bubbles Blast. But no, I like Jupiter of the Inner Senshi. She's my favorite. I like them all. It's hard to pick a favorite.
So do you like Jupiter for any reason other than her outfit's great?
No, actually, that didn't have anything to do with it.
Okay. Well, it's a fair question.
It is a fair question. Jupiter's my favorite because she's...
I guess we're doing this now.
Oh, look, it's D-Link. Loading, loading, loading.
And Ventus is where?
You never actually get them. You just get their abilities.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you use it so rarely, I forgot how it works.
That's totally fair.
She's tomboy. She's both very feminine and strong. Like, she's the best physical fighter of the Inner Senshi. She has martial arts
2 hits
expertise. She's a tomboy. Like, she's girly, but she likes boy things.
I thought Mars was a tomboy.
No, Mars is actually, well, it depends. In the manga, she's quite ladylike, and actually, kind of a man-hater.
Oh, okay.
They took that out for the original anime, and kind of brought it back a little bit for Crystal, which amused me. But,
I'm not understanding...
No, Mars is supposed to be mysterious and elegant.
Because I've seen none of it. Crystal, they're trying to go back to the, like, how the actual Japanese version is? Or?
Sort of!
Of course, that makes me wonder, is the 2 outer planet ones, are they cousins still, or did they revert them back to lovers? Nobody knows.
No. I mean, I do know. Yes, they're lovers, but actually, it's like really super subtle in the actual Crystal anime. They're like, so for like half of the season, or like a third of the season, there's like different end credits. And there's one that's a song of the 2 of them, that they're singing it to each other, and that's actually way more indicative of their relationship than anything that actually happens in the anime.
Anything they actually do.
Yeah. So, I thought that was really interesting. I'll be very interested. They're about to do the Pegasus arc. I'll be very interesting to see how they do that, and if they go on for Stars, because when they did Sailor Moon Stars in the original anime, the manga was still being written. So the Stars, which never came out in the US, by the way, was absolutely almost nothing like what it was in the manga.
Because they just made it up.
Yeah, there were a few characters, but I mean, it was very condensed, and some characters were rewritten entirely. And yeah, it was very, very different. So I will be very interested to see how that goes if they do that. So far, I've enjoyed. To answer your question, Josh, the first season of Crystal was, it was like way more like the manga, right down to the art style, which I adored. I adored it. In the second season, everybody cried foul on... They did the Senshi transformation scenes. They did them computerized, which I thought was pretty good. It's like, oh, that's a nice change. It's kind of an homage to the original way, but it's different. Everybody cried foul so hard that they went back to hand-drawn animation for the transformations, and kind of changed the art style back towards what it had been in the anime, which I thought was not good. Personally, I didn't enjoy that. I liked that they were trying to do some things a little differently. So plot-wise, the first season was very much like the manga. They just finished the Death Busters season, which was Mistress 9 and all that. You have no idea what I'm talking about.
Nope.
But long story short, I actually thought they handled the climax of that season better in the first anime. Which really surprised me. I was expecting an improvement, or I haven't read that manga in a very long time, so I don't know how well those correlate. But
did they still summon the Deathbuster?
what?
You said it was a Deathbuster series. I don't know. I'm throwing shit out there.
So I wanted to show this to you because it was a solar eclipse meme that was floating around, but I'm guessing you haven't seen it. Since
No, I haven't seen
you
it.
fear social media. So,
oh my god, just wanted to remind everyone that in 1995, the evil Queen Helena and the Dark Moon Circus invaded our solar system during a total solar eclipse. While most citizens were distracted, this is a reminder to not stare at the sun on Monday and to fight evil by moonlight and with love by daylight.
I thought you would have liked it.
So awesome.
Well, that's it for this evening's guild chat on Sailor Moon. Join us next week when we ignore this. Anyways, thank you all for joining us here at the Cartographers Guild. We're calling it a night. We'll see you guys next week. Yep. And for those that are on the live stream as opposed to the YouTube, don't forget to watch us on Saturday when we'll be doing our D&D game session live.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that's it. Thanks very much. Bye, guys.